Let's rank the next part of my makeup collection. We're doing powders, and that means under eye setting powders and face powders, and we're starting actually with the face powders. The thing is, I do my top 5 again, but out of the 5 powders I only have 4 because one of them I actually used up in that time between writing this list and filming this video, which is just, I think, another proof of how much I love this powder. But let's start with number 5. Number 5 is a newcomer. I'm honest with you. I was really thinking, should I put this here in the list? Should I not? Is it right? Is it not? What should I do? But I decided at the end, honestly, this is how I feel about this product. This is my feelings are valid. I am allowed to feel this. And honestly, the lethal, I can't believe that I'm saying this, the lethal conjuring sanctified seal one is so good. Technically not a powder, but you use it like a powder. This comes with a puff here at the bottom. I removed mine. Don't use it with a puff. Don't use it with a beauty blender. Don't use it with a bigger puff like this. Use it with a big fluffy brush. It sounds crazy. Take your brush, swirl it, tap it in just like you would with powder, and then tap this on your face. Just keep on tapping until you have a feeling that nothing changes anymore. And that's it. You seal in the makeup, you mattify your makeup. It does not look dry, it does not look pilly, it does not look weird, it's not shiny, it's boom, lacquered down, beautiful, matte setting, whatever this is. This is technically a silicone cream. I fell in love so hard and heavy with this that after a week of using it, I bought 2 more backups of this to just have more of them. You know, we're all critical about the new Lethal. I'm not a fan of that, but this here, before the rebranding, chef's kiss launch. At number 4, we have a face powder that I think has been in my collection for 2 or 3 years at this point. It's a Laura Mercier one. I don't know if I ever mentioned this, but I know Laura Mercier and their secret setting powder. There is one for the under eyes that is a bit more glittery, and then one for the face. Oh, I hate them. I hate them so much. But that translucent loose setting powder, it comes in a specific shade. This is Tone Up. This is a pink powder, but it's not pink. I would say it has maybe a cool tone tint to it, but whatever it is, the pinkiness here in the powder does not show up on the skin. But something is different about this. This is one of the setting powders that I would even call a ride or die powder. A powder that I can use on each day, each temperature, each activity, each, I don't know, foundation primer combo. It looks good, it's beautiful. The only thing why this is not the favorite, I feel like it's a little bit heavy sometimes, but the Laura Mercier Tone Up powder, chef's kiss. And I bought this because of Teresa's dad, because she also has a problem with the OG one. She said that in a video, and then the Tone Up came, and I saw her using this, and she was like, this is so much better than the original. I don't know what's different between them other than the shade, but this, the Tone Up one, a valid number 4. At number 3, we have the Hourglass Vanish Press Powder. I said mine is empty. I used mine up. I absolutely love this powder. It's one of the pressed powders where I'm like, oh boy, where have you been all my life? And you might be surprised, but this is this time the only pressed powder in my list. Usually the, I have it here, the Sisley Phyto powder was in that list, and even at 1 year, I think my favorite, let me check. It made it to number 4 in 2024, but I think it was always my favorite press setting powder because I mainly use loose powders. But this time, I'm sorry, the Hourglass Vanish Pressed, I just wish that this was a refillable packaging. That would have been the best out of the best, but I love it. I will not repurchase this right now because I have so many powders that I want to work through first, but this is definitely an immediate repurchase once I have a little bit less powder in my collection. At number 2, we have a powder that entered my collection this years after this powder been around for so long, and I think this has been in people's favorites forever. The Chanel powder, the regular Poudre powder Universelle Libre, I don't know. This is so good. This is really a good powder. The price is, I think, also very good for what you get at the end. I mean, you get a 30-gram loose powder amount. This is huge. This is fucking huge. I love this powder. It is translucent. I do think that you can go overboard with this a little bit. I have the feeling that when I'm not paying enough attention, I'm just slapping it on and just doing my thing, it can be a little bit white on the face, but I love the way this sets down my makeup. It is a nice, really, as it says, a natural finish. It's not mattifying or glowing. It's just very natural. And I love this. And to me, it was actually quite a hard choice between this and the powder that I think once again now call my number 1. I should really have the site from last year open. Yep. That one won Best Face Powder also. The Guerlain Parure Gold Diamond Micro Powder is still my favorite powder. This is a beast. This is also 35 grams of product in there, but it is more expensive than the Chanel one. I think this, with a sale, I paid like 80, 85, 90, something like that. But without a sale, I think this costs over €100. But it's worth the money. First of all, you don't need much. And second of all, the finish. I would say this is also a natural finish, but leaning more matte. And I mentioned this a couple times already, but I know that so many people are sad that the OG Givenchy 4-color powder is not matte anymore. The texture and the finish of this one is the same as this one has. The only difference is it has not 4 compartments of different color, but let's be honest, how much did these colors really change for you? Nothing. But this one is such a finely milled, beautiful setting powder. I cannot stop raving about this. And in 2025, nothing came for the face that is better than this. So we will see maybe in 2026. In terms of under eye setting powder, the world has changed. I found new ones and I have 2024 still opened. My favorite under eye setting powder. Ooh, last year was the Tarte Creaseless. Still love it, but it's not in the top 5 anymore. Okay, buckle up, Joey. At number 4, we have a C Beauty one. And I do want to give a little bit of a warning here because I think this is a very specific powder that you really need to be into. This is the ML Smile Under Eye Setting Powder. I don't know if this is purely marketed as under eye setting powder or just in general as a setting powder. This is glitter. I know it sounds so weird. I try to show you this. So I don't know if you can see a lot here on the finger, but I insert here a phone flash video. This powder is very specific in my opinion because of the glitter finish. What I do with this powder is I do set my concealer with that. I pick this up with a puff, work it with the cap in, and then I apply this. When you apply this, yes, you apply glitter. And here with the key lights that I have here, there is glitter. Yes, it looks glittery. But first of all, if you follow me on Instagram, have you seen glitter under eyes? I haven't, and I wore this a lot. In the videos, have you ever seen me with glittery under eyes? You haven't, but I have used this a lot for videos. The thing is, the glitter in here does the same as any glowing setting spray or light powder. This... Do you know these eyeshadows that have a transparent base, but a teeny tiny bit of glitter that give you a wet effect? This one makes your under eye, even in natural light, looks as if you just applied a cream. The glitter, in my personal opinion, but it comes down a lot to maybe preference and how much you look into this. I don't mind having a glitter speck there, so it's not that that I'm bothered by this. But for me personally, when I look at this, when I look at myself in the mirror throughout the day when I wear this, it looks much more like I have a freshly moisturized under eye area. There is a glow coming from, there is a wet looking sheen kind of. There is just something stunning and beautiful. And this powder is so great. I will probably pick up 2 or more backups of this. I started with the pink shade of this, but that was way too pink. That was true a pink powder. This one, the translucent one, this is shade 1, is much better. This is, as said, this is C Beauty, and you can get this on C Beauty Mall. I have a link down below, but I'm also affiliated with them, so just to let you know, if you get this, or if you want to get this, I have a code ellagram_makeup for 10% off, but with the link, it works too. I will probably buy more of these because they are that great. I love the thinness. It's very fine milled. So I ranted now a lot about this powder because it is just different to other powders. And if you're now saying, yeah, but the Laura Mercier has glitter too. Yes, it has. But the whole texture of the powder is different. The Laura Mercier is a dry, crusty, I don't know, HD powder. This one is not dry at all. This will set and you will have this velvet feeling on your under eyes, but it's not clinging to any dry patches. It's truly an amazing powder. At number 4, we have, again, Pat McGrath. No, this is not my favorite setting powder for the under eye. It is my favorite, no, not even that. It's my second favorite pressed powder for the under eye, but I love it. This is the shade Light, but I actually panned this year the pink shade. The pink and the light, let's be honest, not that different, but I love the texture. I do really like it, and I'm my goal is to pan this for next year too. Then I panned in total 3 or 4 of these, so this is a sign of how good they actually are. At number 3, we have setting powders for the under eyes that, in my opinion, are also similar to the Pat McGrath one, but they are even finer and better, and the Fluoresces, what are they called? The Flawless Jade Breathable Pressed Powders. I have 2 shades here. They were both sent to me in PR. This one here is 04 Lavender. It is the lightest purple ever to exist. And the other one that I have here is 02 Voile, I think is the name. This is basically just translucent. Both have teeny tiny specks of glitter in them, not as much as the ML Smile one, but it is light reflecting, definitely. They are so fine, and I have been using, I think, lavender. Oh, I have a 3rd shade. I totally forgot. I do have the shade 06. It's called Peach, but it's actually pink. And this one, I don't think that you can see this, but the dome here has worn off because I used this now for a good 4 weeks without any pausing. I love these powders. They're absolutely stunning. As said, was sent these in PR by Fluoresces. At number 2, and that one climbed up the ladder this year, the Huda Beauty Easy Bake. And I want to mention this year a specific shade that I purchased. And I have to eat my words here because when this shade launched, I was like, please, you don't need that. It will look awful on you. You're not the right skin tone. If you're pale as me, you can go with the pink shade or the translucent, and that's good. But for whatever reason, I just couldn't stop thinking about purple under eye setting powders. And you will see in the blush ranking, purple, lilac. It was a theming this year. And that's why I want to give the 2nd place this year to under eye setting powders, Huda Beauty, the Easy Bake in Ubi. Just Ubi? Ubi Birthday Cake. This is a little bit darker than the OG pink one because it is a little bit more lilac-y. But on the under eyes, this gives you such a great finish, such a great the contrast of the color is just insane. You know, the pink one makes it bright. This brightens up too, but this adds something. This adds something icy even, at least on my skin. I'm a big fan of this. I want to say I'm a big fan of the new packaging. Honestly, whenever I use this and then I use the old packaging, I'm so annoyed by the old packaging that I'm about to throw these away and buy myself two more in the new packaging. But then that would be such a waste. But I'm annoyed by this packaging. I like the new one even better. And now we're here. The moment has come, and I said this throughout 2025 in a lot of videos all the time, that I have a potential winner for best under eye setting powder. And I have. It is that. I really thought back and forth, will I do this? Will I not? Should I do this? Should I not? Because I was also really into the Ooey Birthday Cake color from Huda Beauty. I really rediscovered that powder for me. But honestly, I have to give credit where credit's due. I have to say things where they just need to be said. And 2025 was the year for YSL and their All Hours line and their All Hours setting powder. It's called the All Hours Hyper Blur Loose Powder. I have two shades. I have 04, which is this the pink shade? I think it is pink. Yeah, it is the slightly pink shade. I did not want to have the regular translucent one because I have so many translucent ones. But I also have, and I think that was somewhat limited because I can't find this anywhere. This is the shade 05. This is blue. This is a blue under eye setting powder for me. And this just leaves my skin with the lightest light of light on my under eyes. It is so brightening, but not blue. I love to use this, especially on top sometimes of concealers that are way too yellow. I do have concealers that I love, but the shade is just a bit too warm, too off. This will counteract this. This will cancel out warmth. This will change your way too warm toned makeup life if you have a shade like this. Plus the formula, the way how it is milled, the fineness of the powder is just incredible, and I'm beyond impressed by this powder line. And now, once again, it's your turn. Tell me, what was your favorite face powder? What was your favorite under eye powder? Or are you one of those crazy peeps who doesn't use powder at all? Let me know down below. I'm so curious. Share your favorites with the community. We all want to see what you loved this year. Thank you so much for joining. Please make sure to subscribe so you don't miss out the rest of Ellamas. We have a lot of fun videos to come. And there are also a lot of video already up. The playlist is linked here. Don't be fooled. There are more videos like listed in the playlist than you see, because you see basically how many I already have prepped for this month. Thank you so much, and I see you tomorrow.